Hello, hello. Welcome to the Legally Legit podcast. So today's episode is another kind of CEO mindset, entrepreneur type of episode. I am going to share with you 5 days that I believe every single business owner needs to actually schedule on their calendar every month. Not in theory, not someday. I literally want you to block these out on your calendar. I have been doing it probably for the past year. Sometimes I have to move around one of these days and like push it into the next month, but I've tried to be really, really consistent with it. And honestly, this is just why. Like our calendars fill up. They're like dumping ground for everyone else's needs, whether that's your clients or your kids or your family or calls or carpool. But what about what your business actually needs from you? What about you as a person? What about what you actually need to feel grounded and feel like a thriving human? There's a lot of stuff that I've been getting from masterminds and other entrepreneurs and colleagues in the industry that I have really tried to get to know on more of, I'd like to call it a woo woo level. And a lot of these are common themes and days that they all consistently put on their calendar. So they're non negotiables for me. They should be 5 days of non negotiables for you. They've completely shifted how I feel about business ownership. And I can't wait for you to hear about them. So let's get into it. Hey there, I'm Paige Griffith, your host, an attorney for small business owners, and the founder of The Legal Page. I help online businesses and creatives get legally legit in no time. In this podcast, I break down and simplify legal talk while providing practical business guidance every step of the way. With over a decade of experience in both entrepreneurship and the law, think of me as your go-to legal resource, here to tackle all those what-if scenarios so that you can focus on what you do best, growing your business. As a gentle reminder and disclaimer, I am an attorney, but I am not your attorney, so be sure to seek legal counsel for personalized advice. Welcome to the Legally Legit podcast. I am just going to dive right in. We are starting with day number 1 that you need to put on your calendar every single month, and that is a reset day. It is a personal day. You could call it a body reset day. You could call it like an embodiment day or like a soul reset day. This is truly just a day for you. I call it a me day. This doesn't have to be an 8-hour thing. My me days, I kind of do actually every Friday, if you can believe it. But I mix in a morning of me time with an afternoon of a little bit lighter work. But ultimately, what a me day is, or me time on your calendar, I want you to set aside at least 3, if not 4 hours or more. If you can do 4 to 6, power to you, my friend. What it is no performance. It's no rush. I don't want any rushing to happen during that period. It is truly a time on an individual day to intentionally drop back into your body. And you need to remember that you are more than your to-do list and your inbox and your client load. For me, I actually like to go to a Legree workout. It's kind of like a form of Pilates. So it's a little bit less like intense for me. So it's high intensity, low impact. And so I think it's called cortisol, right? Something like that. It just like doesn't get super high for me. And I've really learned that my body likes this right now in my 30s. So I go to that and that just helps me like get grounded. I'm not looking at a screen. I'm just listening to the instructor. I'm working really hard in my moves. The thing with Legree is you're holding positions for like 45 to 60 seconds. So you really have to put your mind to that. You can't really think about other things. So that just gets me in a better mindset. And then usually what I'll do is I will walk to lunch by myself. I'll go to a nice place downtown and get myself something really healthy and fuel my body and my mind. Or some weeks I will reach out to a couple friends that I know work around the area and see if they want to meet for lunch. And that's always fun. I do that like once a month or every other month just to fill up my friend cup. And then on those same days, I go to therapy. So I like to end my kind of me time and body reset day with a therapy session. And then after that, I have a more slower pace of working and I go to a fun coffee shop. I switch it up every single time. And it's just a way for me to get out of the house, to have a me day. There's some days that I put in like just, I don't know, doing something like running an errand that I want to run or going and grabbing something at a store, like a little bit of shopping that I needed to do. I've also done like a facial or, getting my nails done on those same days just to like block it all off into one period. But I set aside an entire me day, an entire body reset day. So for you, whether that's like coffee shop in the morning where you go savor like your favorite bevy and drink, maybe it's just a hike with a friend, maybe it's like a hardcore 8 mile run. That's not me, but perhaps that's you. Maybe it's just cooking nourishing food all day. Like you just want to meal prep and then you want to have a really good lunch and then you want to like make and meal prep 3 different meals for the upcoming 3 days for your family, and doing that while leaving your phone in the other room. That's really, really important. Is the me days, you really need to have lessen screen time as possible. Here's what I have truly, truly learned from a body reset day is that a well rested, deeply connected woman is so, so powerful in both life and business. But you have to feel good in your body to make sure that everything else runs smoother in your personal and business life. So that's day number one. Day number two is a do not disturb day. You could call it a deep work day or a focus hard day. This is the day where you turn your phone off, all your notifications off on your computer, everything. I don't want you responding to emails. Don't even log into your email. I don't want you to explain yourself. I don't want you to have to apologize, like, sorry, I was on Do Not Disturb. You just simply put your head down and you get to work on your business instead of being in it and doing the things that you think you need to do every single day. I want you to work on a business project, on something that lights you up and is one of the whole passionate reasons behind why you built the business that you built. Think about the projects that kind of never seem to have, you don't have enough time for, right? Because you're always in reaction mode. It could be that course outline, right? It could be maybe you wanted to really deep dive into a new pricing guide or pricing structure. Or maybe it's the workflows and systems on the back end of what your clients are getting from you. And maybe they're 2 years old and your brand tone and your voice and just who you are and what you are doing to serve your clients has changed. Maybe it's the actual legal system and legally legitness that you've been meaning to put in place. Maybe you need to go back and do a little bit of a contract audit on this do not disturb day. All of those things are possible, but you got to turn the rest off. I also just want to end with this on a do not disturb day topic. If you feel like your business is going to fall apart after 24 hours of you not responding to people, my friend, you have a deeper issue that you will need to address. Your business should be able to breathe without you for a single day. A do not disturb day is how you finally catch up and you create from a place of full focus. So, you need to add a body reset day and you need to add a do not disturb day to your monthly calendar. The next day I want you to add is a completion day. So, what is this? It is what I like to call a finish line day. Because let's be real, most of us are just sitting on this like mountainous hill of half done things. You have emails drafted, but you never sent them, or you've been meaning to write those emails. And I'm looking right now at my pad. I have like a little pad folio. It's a miniature one. If you want one, let me know. I'll send it to you. It says legally legit. It's branded at the top. It's super cute. But I'm such a legal pad person. And this one's small. I don't know what this is. Maybe like a little bit bigger than 5x7. And I'm looking at my list and I'm thinking like half of those things are half done. So I need to go in and I need to have a completion date. Probably I'm going to put it on my calendar for next week and probably move it up. I usually do these at the end of the month. I like completion days at the end of the month because it helps me feel really good moving into the following month. But if you're seeing like, okay, I've got a to-do list, it keeps getting bigger, but I have all these half-done things, you need to move up your completion day to like the following week. You have to get those things across the finish line. Yes, it means you may be hiring a sitter for the day just so that you can sit down and get things completed. This is different than do not disturb. You can get things completed, uh, and it's not bigger tasks, right? Usually it's like the half done task. Or maybe you ask your VA to take the final step. So maybe you need to delegate to have a full completion day. Maybe you're sitting down and you're just delegating so that those tasks do get completed, and you just haven't been good at delegating and communicating. The whole point of a completion day is to feel that energy shift at the end of the day when you actually finish something, or hopefully some things. That sense of accomplishment is fuel for me. It should be fuel for you as a business owner. It is for every business owner I have ever met. And once you kind of taste that finishing fuel, you'll want it more. So do a completion day. Highly recommend trying to do them at the end of the month as you're leaning into the next month. It's really awesome. Day number 4 to put on your calendar, organize and toss day. A simplify day, a reset your space day. This is more of a personal day. Sometimes you could move this, like if you had a really, really good organize and toss day, I just call it like, I'm going to throw away everything day. But it's usually my personal life. I usually tackle like 1 or 2 rooms in my house, but sometimes it's like my office, or it's a few different Google Drives or Dropbox drives that I just need to like organize and toss things, or I need to open up my entire external hard drive and work on it. Clutter makes me crazy, and I have research that backs this up. Okay. I went and looked online because I'm like, there's got to be something. Well, there's researchers at Princeton University that have demonstrated that physical clutter limits the brain's capacity to focus and process information, which leads to mental fatigue and reduced productivity. Who wants that as a business owner? No one. So it's not just in your head. It's not just in my head. Clutter is literally slowing you down. Clutter in your life, clutter in your closet, clutter in your office space, clutter on your desk, clutter in your car. Clutter triggers that stress response in your body. And another study showed that women in particular who described their homes as quote unquote cluttered had significantly higher levels of stress hormone cortisol throughout the day. So, 1 day a month, I want you to decide what you're organizing and then tossing during that organization process. Is it your office? Is it your kitchen and kitchen counters, or some cabinets, or the junk drawer that you've been meaning to do? Is it your closet? Throw away what you don't need. Donate what no longer serves you. Organize the things that matter. The less things you have, the less clutter that will come in the future. You will be shocked at how much lighter and calmer and more capable you feel as a person and a business owner when your space is cleared out. So, clear out space, organize and toss day. Highly recommend. That's day number 4. Day number 5 is a money day. You probably knew this was coming as a business owner. It's important for personal life too, but I like to call it a wealth check-in, because as a business owner, you should be all about building wealth. You should be all about figuring out what your numbers are. You are hopefully building a for-profit business and not a not-for-profit business, or a business that's in the red. We are all for-profit business owners. And you need to check in on your money and check in on how you are building wealth in your business and in your personal life. This is the day that you stop avoiding your bank accounts and you actually open them. I want you to look at your business income and your personal income. That means cha-ching moments, so income coming in and expenses going out. Then look really hard at those subscriptions that you are and are not using. Notice like really where you've been overspending. For me, sometimes it's the late night scrolling. Sometimes I am buying too much and getting influenced too much. When times like that happen, I usually have to take those apps off my phone. I'm like, oh man, why did I buy so many things from Amazon or Instagram or TikTok, last month? Maybe it's too much eating out. I don't care about your iced lattes. I really don't. I think if that's what makes you happy and is going to make you a awesomer person that day and that week for your family and your friends and your everyone that you interact with in business, so your clients and any of your contractors that you work with or employees that you work with, you do that. You get that latte every morning. I don't care about that. I'm just talking about if you're massively overspending on eating out, maybe you need to eat in a little bit more. Ask yourself if those dollars in your business and your personal bank accounts could be better put towards what your actual wealth building goals are. For me, Money Day isn't about shame. It's truthfully about clarity and understanding what my numbers are. I open up my P&Ls for both businesses. A lot of times on those money days, and this usually doesn't take me 6 to 8 hours. I'm talking here like just set aside a money morning for yourself once a week. But I like to call it a money day because sometimes then you get really deep into projects and you have to spend a little bit more time. The more you look at your numbers, just know the less scary that numbers become. And over time, in my opinion, it becomes exciting as a business owner when you can really grasp and understand what dollars are doing for your business and for your personal life. You start to see patterns, you start to see opportunities, and you see the growth that you've created and worked so hard for. So there you have it. 5 days every business owner should schedule every single month: a body reset day, do not disturb day, completion day, organize and toss day, and a money day. If you're feeling kind of scattered, burnt out, or like you're always just a little bit behind in business and in life, it's probably because you don't have these core anchor days on your calendar yet every single month. My challenge to you is to just pick one. Sometimes 5 is really overwhelming to people. I'm such a go-getter and like Enneagram 3 and ENTJ, like, yes, I want all 5 of these on my calendar right now. But if you're not like that, just one, pick one of those days and put it on your calendar for next month. Protect it like you would a client appointment or discovery call that you cannot miss because you might make $5,000 off of it. Protect that day to no end. Watch how different you feel then next month after that one day. And then you're going to want to put 2 or 3 of these other days on your calendar the following month. And then hopefully you'll get up to all 5 of these days on your calendar in 3 to 6 months. Remember, as a business owner, as a parent, as a friend, as a human being, when you protect your calendar, you are protecting yourself. And as a business owner in particular, I think this bodes even more true. When you are protecting your calendar, you're protecting your business. And when you protect your business, you're protecting your peace, right? So this isn't just you. This is me. A lot of times I feel way out of whack and then I just go back to my core 5 days. What have I been missing? Have I not done these? Life is hard, business is hard, but I'm so excited for you to put these 5 days on your calendar to make things a lot better moving forward. Okay, that's today's episode. I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you so much for tuning in to today's show. Be sure to visit thelegalpage.com for contract templates, blogs, and additional legal resources. If you found this episode helpful, please share it with a friend or on Instagram with your favorite takeaway, and make sure you tag me at The Legal Page. Sharing is one of the best ways you can support the show. And if you've been tuning in for a while and you are finding value in these episodes, it would mean the world to me if you popped over to Apple Podcasts or Spotify and left a rating and review. Hearing your feedback absolutely inspires me to continue creating podcast content. Lastly, you can join my free Facebook group at topfacebook.com, and this is where you'll get access to me, my legal team, and thousands of other entrepreneurs for unlimited business and legal Q&A. Until next time, my friend.